Hello and welcome to another booktube video from me, Lauren, from Lauren in the Books, and it's here! It's the first day of Vlogmas 2017. I have been building up to this day literally for the whole year. I feel like pretty much since Vlogmas ended last year, I have been building up to this. So Vlogmas is a time of the year and the lead up to Christmas between the 1st and the 24th of December where I will be putting up a video every day. So there'll be some Christmas content, there'll be some vlogging, and there'll be some content. There'll be some content that I normally put up, which, like today, is my November favourites. So I put up my favourites video on the 1st of each month. So I've got so much stuff to get through this month. Well, I've done so much. It's also been my birthday, so I've got a few birthday presents in here and things like that. It's not literally just like all the things I got for my birthday, because I haven't even had a chance to even look at some of my birthday stuff because I've just been so busy. But I will start, as I always do, with my favourite book for the month. So it has been Nonfiction November this month, which means that I've been reading a hell of a lot of nonfiction. I think I'm on to like my 10th nonfiction book. And my favourite book this month has been Names for the Sea by Sarah Moss. Oh, I'm using my new lights, by the way. So it's a learning curve for all of us. Maybe they're a little bit bright for books. So this is Names for the Sea by Sarah Moss. Sarah Moss, this is a reread for me. I read this last year and gave it 4 stars, and I've read it again this year and given it 5 stars just because I've enjoyed it so much. Sarah Moss is the author of The Tidal Zone, which is a book that was on my best books of 2016. I think this might even have been on my best books of 2016 as well. But and this tells the tale, the real life tale of when her husband and her 2 young sons moved to Iceland for a year. I adored this. It's written beautifully. If you're a fan of A Year of Living Danishly, as I still am, just not as much as I used to love it, then you will really enjoy this. It is set out in a similar way in that each chapter is to do with a separate part of her year of living in Iceland, and it's just beautifully written. So along with all these sort of like information of Iceland and their sort of healthcare system, their education system, what the weather's like, what food's like, what working there's like, etc. It's also beautifully written. I was honestly reading it and I could just see Iceland in my mind's eye. Now this book, in a different way to The Year of Living Danishly, which made me want to move to Denmark instantly, didn't make me want to move to Iceland, but I still feel so intrigued by the place and like I really want to visit it. And yeah, I just really love this, and I would really recommend it to anyone who is a fan of sort of travel writing, anyone who's a fan of like Sarah Moss. Her writing is just beautiful, whether it's fiction or non-fiction, and yeah, really love that. So that's my first book of my favourite book of November. So the next thing is music. So I don't often listen to music. I tend to listen to like the same old sort of 2010 classics from when I was out raving, listening to all my tunes. But this month I've got 3 music favourites, so 2 of them are Christmas. The first one is the Sia Christmas album. So Sia's brought out a Christmas album. I've been listening to that on Spotify and very much enjoying it. She's just got an amazing voice and some of her songs are just amazing. I've actually heard a few of them on the radio as well, which has been super exciting. And then I've also been listening to, and I don't know how new this is, but there's 2 albums out called Christmas Rules Volume 1 and Christmas Rules Volume 2, and this is covers of sort of classic Christmas songs such as Wonderful Christmas Time, It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas, Winter Wonderland, and all sorts of Christmas songs done by sort of people like the Shins and Rufus Wainwright, and they're just really fun and upbeat and just nice, because the old songs are the best ones, we all know that, but a redone old song with like, it's really been fresh to me, so I've been very much enjoying that, literally listening to that probably every night while I'm like cooking dinner or waiting for David to get in, so I've been very much enjoying that. And then the last one, which isn't a Christmas thing, is David got me for my birthday the Spice Girls first album, Spice, on vinyl. So I've been very much listening to this and loving every bloody minute of it. Listen, I mean, I had this album when I was younger anyway, so I knew the running order of it, but just to reignite it in us all. Wannabe, Say You'll Be There, which is my favourite Spice Girls song, Two Become One, which is my second favourite Spice Girls song, Love Thing, Last Time Lover, Mama, Who Do You Think You Are, Something Kind of Funny, Naked, and If You Can't Dance, which is an album track and is amazing. If you can't dance, if you can't dance, if you can't dance, if you can't dance, etc. So I've been absolutely adoring listening to this, and this is going to be played. I'm going to pop it on in a minute, in fact. That's how much I've been enjoying it. Another sort of audio thing is that I've been listening to the podcast Femme, which is run by Dozy Girl, who is a supermodel and a sort of she was on Strictly Come Dancing last year in the UK. She has started a podcast where she talks about she talks to women in her life and women that she knows. Mel C's been on there from the Spice Girls. I've recently just listened to the one of her talking to her mum, and it's just an absolute celebration of being a female, what she loves about being a female, and just really enjoyable listen. I've been very much excited to see that in my podcast. What's that called? Feed. So I've been very much enjoying that. And one that I haven't written down but has just come to my head is Table Manners by Jessie Ware. So Jessie Ware is a singer in the UK. She's got an amazing voice, and she's recently started a podcast. I think there's only been 2 episodes. The first was with Sam Smith and the second were with the guys from Homo Sapiens, which is another podcast I love, where she invites them to her mum's house on a Friday night and they eat dinner and they talk about food and they talk about things that are going on. And yeah, it's just really fun and really, like, you feel like you're just like sat at a table having a nice chat and dinner with some friends. So that has been really enjoyable. And David called me then, so sorry for the interruption. I filmed on my phone and I was like, oh, it stopped filming. Oh, David's calling me. The next thing I want to talk about is a whole experience, so 2 parts of it. So for Christmas last year, David got me tickets to go and watch Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. And the tickets were for this November, the 14th, or was it the 15th? The 15th of November, all in one day. So it's a 2-parter. You see, some people see it all in one day. Some people see it like one night and then the next show the next night. We saw it all in one day on a Wednesday. And I had already read the script, and I read it last year, and I wasn't mad on the storyline. So that didn't change my opinion on wanting to go and see it. I absolutely really want to take in any sort of Harry Potter content, but I wasn't prepared for how fucking amazing it would be. So yeah, so here's the programme. I can't really tell you much about it, just because it is, I want it to remain a secret until people go and see it, because I had read the screenplay, and so I knew the storyline. David didn't know anything about it. All he knew, and this isn't a spoiler because people know this, that it is set when it starts from where the last book ends, so where Harry and Hermione and Ron are saying goodbye to their children on the platform to send them off to Hogwarts. That's where the book starts. So I knew that it was about Harry's children and Ron and Hermione's children. David knew it was about them. It was fantastic. It was magical. There's like elements of the stage show that I actually can't even work out how they did. It was like actual magic. Like, that's how good it was. The acting was amazing. The woman who plays Hermione, she is also in another one of David and I favourite programmes called No Offence. She was an incredible actress. The kids that play the kids in there are amazing. I can't say much more about any other characters because I don't want to spoil who's in it and who's not in it, but it was absolutely amazing. And just the fact that I had a whole sort of like immersive Harry Potter day, I really loved the fact that we saw it all in one day. We had really great seats. We were right at the front. We actually thought we were front row, so we were in row A, but there's actually a row AA and a row BB, so we were third row, but literally like I could see. So the magic of the stage show, like I'm sat like literally I could see like as far as my lounge window is to me. That's how close they were. And there are parts of that play I can't even understand how they did it. It was like actual magic. I adored it, and I would urge anyone, not only just people with like a passing interest in Harry Potter, just anyone to see it. It really was the best thing I've ever seen. I thought it was amazing. So yeah, really amazing. And then also that day, David and I went to Dishoom, which is an Indian restaurant in London. There's a few in London, and I've been there for dinner a few times, but we went for breakfast, which was amazing. So we got lots of, I call them little dishes, but I think they're probably meant to be one per person. But David and I wanted to have quite a lot of try quite a lot, and it was just amazing just to have sort of like Indian food for breakfast. Was so delicious. David had like a bacon naan. I had something called I can't quite remember what it was called, but it was like sourdough toast with like chili cheese on toast with eggs on top as well. I had like the baked beans from there were lovely. It was just delicious. So if you get a chance to eat in Dishoom at any time, then do it. But breakfast in particular was yum yum. So now I've got things to actually show you. So the first thing that I want to talk about is this jumper. Now throughout Vlogmas I will be wearing a series of Christmas jumpers, but I wanted to start off in this one because although it's not Christmassy, although it's not a Christmas jumper, it's very Christmassy, isn't it? It is red. It is from Tesco, of all places, the supermarket. They also had one in mustard, which I was going to go back and get, but I have not seen them in there since. It's got lovely big sort of bell sleeves. It's really warm. It's got really nice like frilly things here, and I've just been adoring it. And it's so bright and vibrant. I've actually got this lipstick which literally like matches it perfectly, and I've just been loving it. And when I put it on, I just feel lovely in it. And so many people said to me, oh, where'd you get that jumper from? And to find out that it's from Tesco's, everyone couldn't believe it. It was £16, I believe. So yeah, I've been really loving this jumper. But keep an eye on my jumpers throughout the whole of Vlogmas, because I've got some new Christmas jumpers, I've got some old favourites out of storage, and yeah, there's going to be a lot of Christmas jumpers. But this counts as a sort of festive jumper because it's bright red and lovely and cosy. The next thing I want to talk about is a Lush product. So I got so many Lush products for my birthday. David's sisters were kind enough to buy me a whole bag. Like, they asked me what I wanted for Christmas, and I gave them a list which included some things from Lush, not expecting them to get me the whole lot, which they did. So I've got a bag over there of Lush things that I'm going to try, like stuff that I've never tried before, stuff that I'm really excited about. But one thing that David's sisters didn't get me, but the lovely Cara, who I share an office with, did, is something that I'd never even heard of before. So it's called Lemony Flutter, and it's a cuticle butter. So it rhymes, and it's this thick, like, and I mean like really thick, like almost like a paste, like that is not coming out at all. Cuticle cream, which is also a hand cream, and you can use on any dry bits. It smells delicious. It's like lemony shea butter. It just softens your hands so much. I've been using it all on the backs of my hands, all on my knuckles, particularly like as it's getting colder now. It is going to be getting like my hands are going to be getting really dry. But you could use this anywhere, elbows, knees, any dry bits. It smells amazing. The smell hangs around for ages, and it's just really luxurious. The fact that it's so thick and amazing. The only thing I will say is that you can't really touch anything for sort of like about 5 to 10 minutes afterwards, so it's a nice sort of like treat to sort of like do that and then just have a sip, maybe have a cup of tea, because you can touch a mug surely. But yeah, I'd never even heard of that one before, so really impressed with this, and been very much loving it. So yeah, very nice. Thanks, Cara. The next thing I want to talk about is I've got some bits there which have sort of been added on at the end, like as I was getting ready. I said there was loads of favourites this month, but something I bought this month is this candle from Sainsbury's. So this is a gorgeous 3-wick candle. As you can see, I've been really burning the candle at both ends. No, I haven't been. And it's a 3-wick candle. Now, this scent is like the traditional Christmas scent of my childhood. So my mum used to buy, I think she bought her candles and things in Marks and Spencer's, but this is it. So I think it is like it's either frankincense and myrrh or something like really old school traditional. It wasn't labelled or anything. It was just labelled as like a holly wreath triple wick, and the pattern is beautiful. And when it's burning, because these are like little holes almost in the paint, it really shines through and looks lovely. So I've been very much enjoying this, and it's standing very beautifully in my sort of Christmas done up corner, which is going to be getting more Christmassy because David and I are actually putting the Christmas tree up tomorrow, and we're going to find more bits to add. So far I've just got these little bottles with little Christmas trees in, little Christmas squirrel, Christmas reindeer, and this gorgeous candle. So yeah, been very much enjoying that. Now the rest of the things are things that I've got down here, so I'll just start with, before I get onto sort of like food and drink, this is a purse that my sister bought me for Christmas for my birthday from ASOS. It was £12 from ASOS, and I really struggled to find big purses like this that weren't leather. So everywhere I looked for a long purse, everything I found was leather, and I don't really want to be using leather. Well, I don't want to use, not even really, I don't want to use leather anymore. So I was able to, so when I found this, and it's got like a cool space print, these like embossed like little, I don't even know what you would call those guys, studs, with a spaceship and a thing, and it's really nice inside as well, so you can get all your bits in there as well. Oh, that's a list of the more Christmas presents I've got to get. So very enjoyable and very reasonable for £12. I feel like that's an absolute bargain, and to have like nice big purse, very nice. And then the last two things are food and drink. So the first one is, I have bought from Sainsbury's, although I think this brand is probably all over the place. Lazy Day Foods, they're Rocky Roads made with Belgium chocolate. Now, I'm not a big Rocky Road lover. There is one left in here, I can see. That's just an empty box, Lauren. I'm not a big Rocky Road lover, but these are delicious. So I've got my cousin has recently gone vegan, and she was coming around for some cakes and things, so I bought these and some Millionaire shortbread squares from the same range. These are £2, you get 5 in. I didn't try any of the Millionaire shortbread. I think there's still one maybe I put in here which I haven't tried yet, but these were delicious. The Rocky Roads were amazing. So if you're vegan or gluten free or dairy free or egg free or just want a bloody good Rocky Road, definitely try these. And the no, I've got one more thing before we get onto the tea. My friend Emma bought me this amazing mug, which I believe Simon from Savage Reads also has. It's from Dunelm. It is just gorgeous. Look at it. It's like brown and it's just so perfect. It's really like beautiful to look at, aesthetically pleasing anyway. Then it's got a really nice big handle that you can fit all 4 fingers through, 3 fingers through. It's really nice and deep, like you can hold it in your hands like this. Fits loads of tea in. Lovely stuff. I haven't even started drinking that tea. It's still really hot. Dunelm mugs keep their tea really, really hot. So I've been loving that mug. And then the last thing is that I've been loving tea with chamomile in. So I haven't really had chamomile before because I didn't ever think that I liked it, and recently I tried it again, and honestly it sends me off to sleep, like the deepest sleeps. I've now had 3 nights of drinking chamomile tea, and I've had the best sleep of my life, like so deep. So the first one that I've been using is Dozy Girl by Bluebird Tea, and this is my favourite. The other one's great as well, but this is my favourite. This is a soothing sleepy time blend of chamomile, lavender and rose, and it is so nice. So I've got a little tiny ball that I put a little bit of this in, so this goes quite a long way. It's a 20 gram little package from Bluebird Tea, and it goes a really long way, and then I just have that, and that sends me off into the deepest, most glorious sleep ever. And then I also got sent from the lovely people books on my bag, it was the Saturday Sanctuary on Saturday the 26th, and they sent me a gorgeous little pampering box, and within that was some tea pigs tea, and one of them was these snooze teas. Now I've had one of these. You get 2 tea temples, and this is also delicious. It's chamomile, lavender and apple, and again a gorgeous night's sleep. So chamomile tea to get me to sleep, delicious. So if anyone's got any favourite chamomile teas, do let me know, because I'm obviously in the market for them. So yeah, that's it for my November favourites. I said there was quite a lot, didn't I? Very, very much looking forward to. I've also got a light. David got me a light, 2 lights, which I've only got 1 in at the moment, for my birthday. So I am no longer governed by daylight. So it's a bit sort of moody looking outside, cloudy and things like that. That doesn't stop me because I've now got my special light. So that was another favourite. So yeah, as I said, I got so many lovely presents, and I haven't even had a chance to use all of them yet. So I'm sure a few of those will be also appearing in my December favourites. But yeah, so those are my favourites for the month of December. This is the beginning of Vlogmas. Cannot wait for a video every single day. And I'm really looking forward to it. I feel really excited. It feels really Christmassy now. It was even snowing today, so that's exciting. And I will see you all again tomorrow for another Vlogmas video.